Lions TV, this is the Den Daily, bringing you all the latest gossip, views and transfer news from in and around the Den. I am very sorry that I've had to do this video in my car. It's not how I wanted to do it. I wanted to do it with a proper setup. However, I'm away for the weekend and I'm currently in a car park in battle, trying to battle to get this video out because I've got absolutely no Wi-Fi on the lodge that I'm staying on, so it has to be in the car, but hopefully I'll still get it across in a good way and get my points across. I'm talking, of course, about the news that broke yesterday from Millwall Football Club that Gary Rowett has signed a new contract at the club. The Rowett Revolution will continue. The length of the contract, I am not sure. I have tried to source that, but I'm not sure, I can't find it. He originally signed a new deal in 2019, taking over from our long-standing manager, Neil Harris, and he has now signed a new deal, which I believe to probably be around 2 to 3 years once again. There is rumours that that contract's been on the table for a long, long time, and he hadn't signed it. There was questions, and wondering as to why. I'm going to back Rowett here. I'm going to say, I think what's happened is he has refused to sign it for one reason and one reason only. I think he wanted to see how much money they was going to give him this season to spend in the transfer window. I'm not going to say he's held the club to ransom because that sounds negative on Rowett. And believe me, I'm trying to be positive this season. I think he's come into this summer and this pre-season. And as I said in previous videos, I think he's got a new swagger about him. I think he's got a newfound confidence. And I like the way he's come across before he even signed anyone, if you look back at my old videos. And since he has, I don't know. I've just got a feeling I'm really warming to him finally, and I think he could potentially do the business for us. I said then that he took over in 2019, which is when the Rowett Revolution began, from our long-standing manager, Neil Harris. And once again, listen, I know I fucking moan, and it's only because I care. If I didn't give a fuck, I wouldn't complain. I'm one of these people in my life, I always want the next level. I always want the next thing. I want the best for things that I'm invested in, like my friends, like my family, like the football club I support, like my career and my job and my YouTube channel. I'm always looking for the next thing. That can work both ways sometimes. That can be a curse and it can be a blessing all at the same time. I love these people, full respect for them, that don't give a fuck how the football club are getting on, whether we're in the conference, whether we're in League One, League Two, whether we're losing. They'll just follow it blindly every week and have a pop at people like me that complain. And listen, full respect to you, each to their own, but that's not the way that I live my life. And following Gary Rowett's strong start, following Neil Harris's reign, for me, it petered out. I know always go back to it. I know I'm going to sound like a broken record. But if we're doing well, I'm happy. If we're not doing well, I'm not so happy. If we're giving everything we got still when we're entertaining and people are getting their money's worth, then I'm okay with it. But I'm still, I want us to that next level. And I thought we took a massive dip under Rowett. A lot of people will point to COVID. I'm not so sure. I also point to the 3-year plan, which didn't happen. Again, a lot of you will point to COVID. And I just felt after that Middlesbrough game, 10, 12 games without a win, which stretched to 17 games without a win, I don't think he would have survived in the job. And at that point, I did want him out, and I make no bones about that. But listen, he has turned it round. At the back end of the last season, I did praise him many, many times. I said I feel he's changed us. Now I think he's changed himself. I think he's learning slowly but surely, or maybe reluctancy at times and stubbornness has played a part for him. But listen, he has turned it around. Make absolutely no mistake about it. And now, with his newfound swagger and his new Conor McGregor-ness he's got about him, if that's even a word, and the players that we've brought in so far, I think he's done absolutely fantastic. And I'm excited for Rowett to be our manager going into the 22-23 season. I realise it's not great for a club to keep changing their manager. And again, this is why I give full credit, as always, to our chairman, JB, and the board. The club, I think Kavanagh's a bit of a prick, if I'm honest, but the club is run well, and I can't knock him for that. Top to bottom, I think the club is run very well. In areas it may not be, I think they're learning that it's not be there. They recognise that and they're trying to rectify. And I think we're in the strongest position now than we've ever been. And I'm really, really excited. I think we've always wanted it as fans. Obviously we did get it in 87, 88, and since then it hasn't happened. But I think we've always had this, self-belief it could happen. I don't always think the club believed or structure-wise feel that we're in a position to go to the next level. But I really, really, really do now believe that they believe that as well. And Rowett signing this new contract, for me, look, I'm giving him full credit here. I know I said what I said in the past about him, and he wasn't for me, but he has made us, in that last season, he's made us a lot more exciting to watch and a lot more attacking. And that's why our home form, in a turn, has turned around massively, and we now, just miss out on the playoffs on the final day of the season away at Bournemouth. So I'm fully behind him for this new season. Make absolutely no mistake. Charlie Creswell will probably come in tomorrow. I expect 1 or 2 to be added to that, and I genuinely, hand on heart, am excited now that Rowett is in a good position as a manager. The club are in a fantastic position, and I feel every year, I feel we can really, really start to push now for these playoffs. Why not? Why absolutely not? And as I said, look, you don't want to keep changing your manager. Brilliant appointment, eventually got there in the end, but to have Rowett as our manager, him and Neil Harris now, I think, are only 2 managers in the last 6, 7, 8 years, is it? What would it be? Yeah, about 6 years, 7 years. So you've got to hold your hands up and say, what other club in the Championship have only had 2 managers in the last 7 years? Well, we're one of them. And as I said, the structure, where we're trying to go slowly but surely, I think it's brilliant. The fact I always say as well that I feel that, players come and go, managers come and go, chairmen come and go. The only thing that's forever is the fans. I'm going to say now, John Berylson, I feel now, he's got Millwall in his blood and he's fully invested in it. And he said, in previous interviews, there's things now he's putting in position for when he's gone and his family can continue. I love JB, but I've got a feeling that could be a blessing and a curse all at the same time. As we know, he likes to do things slowly, softly, and it's 100% the right way to do things. If you look at previous clubs that have gone up, come down, parachute payments, capitulated, imploded, call it what you like, gone down 2 divisions. We don't do that under JB. We go slowly. However, I feel there could be a tipping point where it comes to, look, you've been fantastic for us. You've taken us this far. We can't get to here now without the Husky money, but he doesn't want to sell the club, and understandably why. Hopefully that won't come to a, as I said, but look, for now, they've got Rowett in. They've signed him again on another contract. It was on the table for a while. We all were aware of that, and we're thinking, where's his loyalties lie? Where's his future lie? QPR apparently were interested. But he's signed the new contract, and hand on heart, I'll say it again for those that don't listen, things change in football very quickly, as we saw with Ollie Burke last week, sometimes slowly. Rowett, he came in, he did well. We was doing well, so I'm happy. Then we did shit. I thought we was going to go down. 17 games without a win. I don't want that for my football club. I want better. Not entertaining, losing games, not Millwall type like players and performances. That has now changed again, and he really is starting to build something, in my opinion. As I said, new swagger about him, 3 new signings, 4 to come in Charlie Creswell. So look, the Rowett reboot, long may it continue, and I hope I'm right on this one, because I've said before, I didn't think he's a man for the job, and absolutely now, I don't think you're going to get anyone that is in a better position for us to be our manager. I realise, as I said, it's not good to keep changing managers. So going into this season, Gary Rowett signs a new contract, and I'm absolutely, hand on heart, delighted. Please subscribe to Lions TV. Come on, you Lions.